Have you ever wondered how to share your favorite candy? Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Annie, your math tutor. And today we are taking a trip into the world of division. But first, let's look at the rules for dividing numbers, or simply division rules. If you are ready to become a pro in dividing numbers, stick around to the end because I've got a surprise for you. In this video, definitely I got a surprise for you. So let's start with the basics. Mastering the rules of division. Division is simply defined as sharing things equally. You might also say that it is putting items into groups. Hey, don't get me wrong, the items have to be the same or alike to be placed into the same groups. But did you know that there's a super cool way to make division easy and fun? That's right. We are going to cover rules for dividing by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. So let's go with rule of division by 2. Here's a simple rule when dividing by 2, or to check if something is divisible by 2. Right? A number can be divided by 2 if its last digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Right? The numbers 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 are known as even numbers. The numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are known as what? Odd numbers. Why are they even and odd? Even numbers, when grouped into twos, don't have any extra number, like 1. Odd numbers, when grouped into groups of 2, will usually and always have a 1 spare. So, when grouped by 2s, even numbers have no spare. But when grouped into 2s, odd numbers have what? A spare, single 1. And that one is called a remainder. Now, back to know if a number is divisible by 2, all you have to do is to check the last digit. If it's either a what? A 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, or a 0. Example, let's write it out. So I have a 54 and a 39 in front of us, right? And I want to see if it's divisible by 2. Which one of them is divisible by 2? Right? In 54, the last digit is a 4. Remember, our rule says that the last digit ends in what? 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. It's divisible by what? 2. Right? And it's even. Right? So 54 is divisible by what? 2. How about 39? Is 39 divisible by 2? So the last digit is what? It's a 9. And we talked about a 9 being an odd number. This 9 is not even, right? So it can't be divisible by 2, is it? Of course it can't. So let's go to the next rule. Rule of division by 3. The rule says that any number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3. That is, add up all the digits in the number, we'll still go back to the previous example where we have 54 and 39, right? These are the two digits that make up 54, and these are the two digits that make up 39. Now, the rule says that the sum of the digits, if it's a multiple of 3, right, it means that 3 can divide it. So I'm introducing something else now. I'm going to be introducing 145 into this mix so that we can see something, because I know that both of these ones are what? Alright, so I have three numbers now. So I have 54, I have 145, and I have 39. Now, according to rule number 2, which is rules of division by 3, it says that, right, if that sum is a multiple of 3, then all the whole number can be divided by what? 3. So we're testing this out. So let's test 54, 145, and 39. So I have 54 will give me what? 5 plus 4. The digits are 5 and 4. In the second instance, my digit is what? 1 plus 4 plus 5. In my third instance, my digits are 3 plus 9, right? So in this first one, I have a 9 as the digit. Sum of them, the sum of the digits is 9. The second one, the sum of the digits is what? 10. And the last one, the sum of the digits is 12. So I have 9, 10, and 12. Now, let's look at the first one. Is it a multiple of 3? 3 multiplied by 3 gives me 9, right? So 9 is a multiple of 3. It means that 54 is divisible by 3. And then I have 145. The sum of the digits gives me 10, and 10 is not a multiple of 3. Therefore, 145 cannot be divided by what? 3. And the last one is 12. 3 multiplied by 4 gives me 12. Therefore, 39 can be divided by what? 3. So, 145 is not divisible by 3. Got it? Definitely. Let's move to the next one. We now move to division by 4. In this case, the rule is different. The rule says that any number can be divided by 4 provided the last two digits is divisible by 4 or it's a multiple of 4. Let's say it again. Right? So, it says that any number can be divided by 4 provided the last two digits is a number divisible by 4 or a multiple of 4. So when dividing by 4, what we look out for is the last two digits. Now, if that number is divisible by 4, then the whole number is also divisible by what? 4. So in our case now, we'll take two examples. So we have 124 and 137. According to the rule, we have to look at the last two digits in this to be able to be divided by 4, right? So we come to 124. 124, the last two digits is 2 and a 4, right? And since the last two digits is 2 and a 4, it means that it's 24. And 24 is divisible by what? 4, right? 24 divided by 4, our answer is 6. So it means that 124 can be divided by what? 4. It is not 124 divided by 4 that is 6. It is the last two digits, 24, 24 divided by 4 that is 6, showing us that 124 is divisible by what? 4. In the other case, the last two digits are 37, 3 and 7, right? And 3 and 7 divided by 4 isn't a whole number. Easy peasy, right? Yeah. Easy peasy. So let's say it again. So to divide the number by 4, we'll look at the last two digits and see if it's a number divisible by what? 4. And when the last two digits is a number divisible by 4, it means that 4 can what? Divide that number. When we talk about dividing numbers by 5, this is very simple and straightforward. Any number is divisible by 5 if it ends in 0 or a 5. Any number is divisible by 5 if it ends in a 0 or 5. So, an example is 75. According to the rule, if it ends in a 5, so it's divisible by what? 5. 75 ends in 75, so it's divisible by what? 5. Or what about 82? Does it end in a 5 or a 0? No. It means that it's not divisible by 5. It's as simple as that. Dividing numbers by 6 is a little tricky, but the rule is simple. Any number that 2 and 3 can divide, 6 can divide it. So if 2 can divide that number and 3 cannot divide it, 6 cannot divide it. Now, it says that any number is divisible by 6 if it's divisible by 2 and 3. That is, the number 2 and 3 should be able to divide the number. So let's take an example. So I have 54 again. I have 54 again and 72. 54 and 72 are my numbers. Or let's make it 74. In this case, 74. Let's not say 72. 54 and 74. Now let's try. So we have 54. We know that the last digit is an even number, so 2 can divide this, right? And then when we sum 5 and 4 together to give us a 9, right? Yeah. So 6 can divide 54. How about 74? How about 74? So although 4 is the last digit here, it can be divided by 2, but 3 cannot divide 74. So 54 is divisible by 6, but 74 is not divisible by what? 6, right? So what do you think? Division by 8 is all about the last 3 digits. Some people say it looks like a 4. No. In the division of 4, it's the last 2 digits. In the division of 8, it's the last 3 digits. If those are divisible by 8, then the whole number is 2. So I have something like this. I have 1, 2, 1, 6, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 1, 6, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I take the last 3 digits in 1, 2, 1, 6. So I have 2, 1, 6. Right? And I divide it by 8. My answer is 27. So 1, 2, 1, 6 is divisible by what? 8. Now, is 1, 2, 3, 4 divisible by 8? If I take 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 over 8, right? My answer will not turn out to be a whole number. Therefore, 1, 2, 3, 4 is not divisible by 8. 1, 2, 1, 6 is divisible by 8. But 1, 2, 3, 4 is not divisible by 8. Lastly, division of numbers by 9. Like in the threes, division by 9 means that all the digits will be summed up. And if that sum is divisible by 9, then the whole number is divisible by what? 9. So I have examples like this. So I have 486. I want to check if 486 is divisible by 9. And I also want to check if 529 is divisible by 9. So we're going to take the digits again and add them together. So 4 plus 8. 4 plus 8 plus 6. That gives me what? 18. Is 18 divisible by 9? Yes, my answer is what? 2. It means that 486 is divisible by what? 9. Right? And we'll do the same thing for what? 529. So 5 plus 2 plus 9. What do you think the answer will be? 5 plus 2 plus 9 will give me what? 16. And 16 isn't divisible by 9. Therefore, 486 is divisible by 9. But 529 is not divisible by 9. Alright, before we grab, here's the surprise. You have watched till the end. We have a special challenge for you in this channel. Test the rules with your own numbers and share your results in the comments below. The first 10 to correctly solve all the challenges will get a shout out in our next video. Right? Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a math video. And you can also take a look at other videos in the description below. Thank you and see you next time.